Here we go again. You can't actually see the key, can you? It's there, but that's not good. I can't keep it up in the air, can I? I wonder if I can put it on that box. Let's have a look. Nearly there, nearly there. Nearly. There it is, there's the key. Pick my nose. And we shall be sending some Morse code to you very shortly. I'm just going to find something to send, really, haven't I? Okay, here we go. Oh, I collapsed. I know what that is. Oh, let me see what that's come out like. There, if I do that. Oh, no, I don't like that one. No, definitely don't like that one. That's a bit better, but it's still pretty crappy. Let's try it around this way. Hold on one sec. I think this will be better. That's better. So here we go. So far, no viewers. Nothing new there. Running out of things to send. I can't write that down. No one's looking anyway. Hello. If anyone can read this Morse, they're doing quite well. Because I'm running out of things to send. I'll send this one again. Hello, Christopher. How are you? I've got myself a new hoodie. Look. How's the fam? The fam. I think I know who you mean. Yeah, fine. Spot on. I saw her today. I cycled down and saw her. Because I've been ill for about 3 months. Shingles was the main one I had. That was horrible. So I should be back to work Friday, I think. So that'll come as a bit of a shock. But yeah, apart from that, life goes on, really. Yeah, I decided to buy a new one of these today on my visit to see the young lady. Because they're very good, then they keep you very warm, but you end up, it's like a baby's bib, really. You end up with food. Yeah, shingles, yeah, horrible. Oh, you don't even want to know what they are. They're just horrible. And I don't know what causes them. I think it's something to do with the chickenpox virus or something. If you've had chickenpox or chickenpox viruses in you, I don't really know. I don't understand it. My co-worker explained it to me. Yeah, it is rough. Yeah, it came out all scabby around here. And now I've got post-hermetic neuralgia, which is basically damaged nerves around this area caused by the shingles. And it's not very nice. And there you go, you just get on with it, don't you? Yeah, tired me out, that's a bit. They gave me some really pokey painkillers. Very pokey ones. Quite enjoyable, some of them were. But others just knocked me out. So it'd be good to get back to normal. Although I'm on reduced hours when I go back for about 4 weeks. So, yeah, just a gradual return to work. Shingles, yeah. I think they can go down your back as well or something. I got them all up here on my face, just one side. It's cleared up a lot now, but it's still a bit of a mess on my chin where it's all nerve damaged. Hopefully it'll go, but it might not. It can be there for ever, or certainly for years. So we'll have to see. It was really bad at first. I mean, it was all down from my ear, all down my jaw, up into my chin, into my teeth. Oh, it just felt horrible. Basically one side of his entire body, yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, it can happen on your back and down your side and all over the place. I wasn't really... I know my dad had it, and he was about the same age as I am when he got it. But I don't remember him getting any of the after effects of it, the post-herpetic neuralgia. Although he might have done. He probably didn't make so much of a fuss of it as I have. So just one of those things, really. Much worse things have happened. I thought I was having a stroke at first because the side of my face just went paralysed, just one side, and my eye went droopy, and I could only smile on one side of my mouth. Now I can do both sides. And I phoned 111 and they decided to send an ambulance around because it did sound like I was having a stroke, but luckily I wasn't. So I didn't know what was going on at first. Couldn't have nerve damage in worse place, I guess. Yeah, particularly the amount I talk. I would think my co-workers, my work colleagues will be quite relieved that it stops me talking as much. Yeah, they won't be disappointed to hear that. I think they'll probably be disappointed to see me go back, but I'll have to put up with it for a while yet anyway, till I retire, which won't be long now. Or semi-retire, very send Morse code all day and every day. Only have one viewer, because I don't suppose there's many people out there who know Morse code, really, is there? Apart from radio hams, which I am, but there's nobody out there who's going to sort of tune into it, really. At one time, when I got my license, it was I've said this before, actually, it was the only way of communicating. There was no mobile phones, wasn't even a cordless phone. Yeah, I guess that through Daniel. Oh, yeah, I know. Yeah, I guess that. Yeah. Yeah, his YouTube channel's pretty unique, isn't it? Mine's unique because I send Morse code, and his is just unique. I mean, he does live feeds for about 18 hours. I just don't know how he does it, although it is his job. Yeah, I've met him. He's just eccentric. That's all. But I'm not too sure when he's next going to appear. And his sister's very nice as well. He is a beast. Is he a beast? Well, I don't know. I don't know him that well. He's always been polite to me. So, yeah, I don't know. Everybody's got another side, haven't they? It's not really for me to say, you know. I don't watch his YouTube channel that much. Not a bad kid, though. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, exactly. I mean, he wouldn't really go out and hurt anybody and steal things and, drive antisocially or, take drugs and stuff like that. So, yeah, he just does some weird things on the internet, which has attracted attention in the wrong departments on occasions, I believe. But nothing came of it. So, yeah, I mean, at least he earns money out of his YouTube channel. I don't. I did at the early stages. I earned about 66 quid out of one of my videos, but then they changed the rules. And you had to have 1,000 subscribers. I've only got about 400, something like that. And you had to have viewing figures of, was it 1,000 hours a month or something, at minimum, something like that. So that was it. That was the end of my monetization. What do I do for work? I drive an HGV lorry at the moment, but that's only that's going to end soon. I've done lots and lots of different things. Never really started out to do anything. I didn't really know what I wanted to do apart from be a millionaire playboy, really, and that never happened. So I just fell into jobs. I've always worked, so that's the main thing. But yeah, I'll be doing it for about another 2 months and then just going on to part-time and then perhaps retire in September. But I don't know if I'm ready for retirement yet, although I'm of that age. I don't really want to do it. I can't think of anything to do during the day apart from, well, I mean, summertime's all right. You can go cycling, can't you, and walking and stuff like that. But in the winter time, it's really sit at home on the internet sending Morse code. Oh, that's a familiar one. That's CQ in Morse code. Write that down, CQ, and then Google it. Very well known, that one is da-di-da-di-da-da-di-da, CQ. In fact, they sent it on the Titanic, but they sent CQD, which is... And that was the distress call before it became SOS. So they sent CQD on the Titanic when it was sinking. So there's something you learned today. And nowadays, of course, that wouldn't happen, would it? But even if there was a distress thing, there's all sorts of satellites and God knows what else. Technology has moved very, very fast. If you enjoy your work, really no point in rushing to retire. Quite right, yeah. I quite agree. Just I'm getting a bit too tired nowadays, really. CQD? Oh, that's a good question. Well, I think the D bit sounded was short for stood for distress, as far as I can remember. And the CQ, well, I don't really know. I don't think anybody really knows exactly where the CQ bit comes from. But if you say it, CQ, it sounds like seek you. Seek you. You see what I mean? And when you send out a call in Morse code in amateur radio, you always say CQ, 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 and then you give your call sign, and it's basically seek you, CQ. And I think that's where it comes from, but I'm not 100% certain on that. But they changed CQD to simply SOS, probably because it's easier to send ... .. Whereas CQ takes longer. CQD rather. Yeah, that's where that comes from. CQD. It didn't work for them, unfortunately. Everybody was too far away for them. And we know how the story ends up. Not very nicely. Poor sods. Blimey. Terrible way to go. Absolutely awful. Yeah, so what was I on about? Yeah, that's where it all comes from, because when I started doing the amateur radio, that was the only way we could communicate. This is all too easy nowadays. You just switch a computer on and, you're talking to your cousin in America or wherever. It's just too easy. Whereas with radios, you have to set up antennas, tune them in. You have to do all sorts of things. You have to know how it all works and know Morse code and stuff like that, which, I mean, Morse code took me a year to learn. So it doesn't come easy. And yeah, this is all pre the days of your phones and your internet and your Facebook, it was the internet of its day. Yeah, CQ, you see, makes sense. I don't know, I'll have to Google it actually. I've been using it for years, never really actually found out exactly what it means. CQ, yeah, CQ. Yeah, so where was I? Yeah, boring you with amateur radio, because it all started off from CB radio, which in the early 80s was illegal in England. And what happened was some guys brought some CB radios over from America and started using them illegally in England. In America, they were legal, you see. Anyway, it caught on, and everybody thought, wow, this is brilliant fun, Hang on, several of his rivals were on board. Several of his rivals were on board, but he suspiciously fell ill and couldn't join them. Of his rivals? I don't quite follow what you mean there. Yeah, so anyway, everybody ended up the CB radios, Citizens Band, CB, and so many people had them, they had to legalize it, and no other choice. except we were legalised with FM, and the American ones were AM. Oh, on the Titanic. Yeah. Well, who knows? I don't know. Probably a conspiracy theory. I'm not quite sure. All I know is it sank, and there weren't enough lifeboats, which was a big learning curve. That one, very big one. Wow. Yeah, quite a shame, really, wasn't it? That one, more than quite a shame. It was a big shame, and they're still taking lives to this day with that ridiculous submarine that went down to have a look at it. Yeah, the Titanic. So that's the story of CB radio. Yeah, and that's actually, it was funny, now I mention it, now I'm thinking about it. When it was illegal, it was really good fun. Everybody had a little CB radio in their car. We're keeping it hidden away. We used to have like T-shirts hiding it, and aerials that were magnetically mounted onto your roof. So you just put the aerial up when the police weren't around and what have you. And it was great fun when it was illegal. Then they legalized it, and all the fun went. Isn't that weird? You could then, they made it so you could then legally use a radio, a transmitter, and nobody wanted to do it. I guess it's a bit like drinking underage, isn't it? It was good fun. Getting my first pint when I was 13, I thought did extremely well there. It was so much better than drinking it when I could legally drink it. It's weird. It's totally bizarre, that is. So, yeah, what else is there? So I decided to go to the amateur bands and did an exam on it, and then the Morse code, and then pretty much stopped using it after that as well, really. But I've still got a good radio set up. It just needs to have the aerial they tuned in. I guess too many people had access, so it wasn't cool anymore. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you weren't different. You see, when you had one of the illegal radios, when it was illegal, you could say to your friends, "Hey, look what I got. Hey, look what I got. CB radio." I mean, these things were tiny little things that only transmitted on about 4 watts, I think it was, which is pathetically low powered. Okay then, mate. Yeah, well, nice talking to you, Christopher. And since there's nobody else watching, I might as well cut this live stream, which has been going for 24 minutes. Good heavens. I've only got another 17 and a half hours to match up with Daniel's record. So have fun and speak later. Cheers and all the best. Bye. Or 73s, as we say in amateur radio, 73s. That's it. End it.